Hey everyone, I'm Tori and Julie Kennedy with the Beginning Teacher Development and Support Department here at Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, and I'm going to share with you a few tips and tricks to help you with work balance. First, let me start off by saying that I am continuously striving towards mastery in this area. There's a quote that says, "Your greatest weakness can contribute to your greatest strength," and that perfectly summarizes my relationship with work balance. If you met me my first few years of teaching, you would have met someone who worked all the time. I was consumed by what needed to be done and working to do it with little regard to who I was as a person, and didn't explore hobbies or interests outside of my job. If that is you, you probably have realized that it is not an enjoyable way to live. And while you may not feel it now, you will eventually get burnt out. And we want our educators to feel engaged and energized by what they do. Since the beginning of my career, I have read, researched, and attended professional development to help me have and maintain work balance. While there is no perfect work-life balance, this video will share 4 quick tips with you. My first tip is to write it down. David Allen, the author of Getting Things Done, has this great quote that says, "Your mind is for having ideas, not holding them." One of the best things you can do for yourself is know what you need to do. Write it down. If you get an email with an assignment from a school leader, write it down. If something happens in a class and you need to follow up with a student or a parent, write it down. If you agree to something during your team meeting, write it down. If you want to try a new yoga class or play pickleball, write it down. Whatever is important to you, write it down. You may keep a digital note or use old-fashioned pen and paper. It doesn't matter. Just write it down. Writing things down contributes to work balance because you can see all you need to do, not forget anything, and determine importance. Your second tip is to prioritize. Now that you have your list, your Post-it notes, your digital notepad detailing what you need to do, the next step is to identify priorities. What do you need to get done first? What needs to be done now? And what can be saved for later? What could you delegate or solicit help with? There are only 24 hours in a day, and some of those are for sleep. Create a priority list to identify what will bring you closer to achieving your personal and professional goals. The greatest question my husband asks me when I'm feeling overwhelmed or trying to organize my list is, what needs to be done now? As educators, we are great at planning for the future and backwards planning, but that sometimes hurts us in the moment because not everything in our plans has to be accomplished immediately, even though it's on our immediate list. Prioritizing your tasks will help you create balance. Here is also where you identify your minimum daily requirements. What makes you you? What do you need to feel balanced in any given day? Is it a cup of coffee or tea in the morning? Is it eating lunch? Is it talking with a friend or family member? Is it taking a walk or getting a workout in? Make sure you prioritize the things that make you happy and whole. My third tip is to create a schedule. You've written down what you need to do. You've identified your priorities. Now is time to schedule when you're going to do them. Educators need to keep a calendar. When are you going to do what you've identified as a priority? Once you decide when, plug it into that calendar. Whether it's a paper calendar or a digital calendar, they both work. Just identify the time and date you're going to dedicate to something. And before you even start scheduling your task list, what already needs to exist on your calendar? Does your child play a sport that you need to shuttle them to? Are you signed up for a workout class? Do you meet up with friends on the third Thursday of every month? Make sure those things are represented on your calendar because even though they might not have been written down, they are definitely priorities to be scheduled. And your schedule should also represent when your workday starts and when it ends. One of the best pieces of advice I've received is to combine my personal calendar with my professional. Now, that doesn't mean to put your work calendar on your family calendar, but you do need to put your family calendar into your work calendar so you can see what's happening and know whether or not you can stay late to tutor on a Monday night, or maybe not because you promised your niece you would take her to the library that day. This helps you manage expectations and meet commitments. Make sure your schedule includes all the things that are important to you, including time for your health and your happiness. What time do you plan to go to sleep? What time are you working out? What time are you socializing with your friends or spending with your family? Schedule it and put it on your calendar. Another great idea I've learned about scheduling is to create habits and routines. When you do something that is habitual, you don't have to keep thinking about it. Some habits I recommend to educators is to identify days of the week when you're going to do something. When I was a teacher, every Monday I put grades into PowerSchool and communicated with parents. Tuesday was my day to write lesson plans for the next week. Wednesday was the day to get materials and copies for the upcoming week ready. Thursday was for grading and communicating, and Friday was for catch-up. Now, every night when I put my children to bed, after they go to bed, I go work out. I've created that as a habit and am successful at getting a workout in every night because that's my routine. After my workout, I shower and then I fold laundry. These are things that I prioritize to keep my health and my house running smoothly. Thursday evening, my husband and I plan out our menu for the upcoming week and place our Amazon Fresh order for Saturday delivery. At work every day, I put time on my calendar to check email. It makes sure I read and respond to messages in a timely manner, but also limits email from being a time suck in my day. Creating a schedule will help you have balance. The last thing you want to do to keep balance is celebrate. Identify small wins and truly celebrate them. Reward yourself in order to keep up with the momentum of doing what you need to do. Check things off your list and celebrate. Do a happy dance, go for a walk, plan something fun to do in the future. Give yourself a social media moment. Enjoy a treat. Whatever makes you happy, make sure to do it and celebrate yourself. All right, there are so many more ideas I could share with you for work-life balance. But if you focus on writing it down, prioritizing, scheduling, and celebrating, you will build a strong foundation to having that balance. Good luck. If you ever need a thought partner or additional support with work balance, please do not hesitate to reach out to the Beginning Teacher Development and Support Team of Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools. Here are all the ways that you can get a hold of us or follow us. Again, my name is Tori Ann Dooley Kennedy, and I hope that these quick tips and tricks work for you. Have a great day.